stay in the back, bro. I love you. Come on, Miss Betty.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. I just want to thank you all for being here and giving us this time to honor Special Molly in a way that is memorable for our students and staff, and certainly the Ingram family. When I learned that Molly loved butterflies, I thought, what a best representation of Molly as a butterfly. Molly was a social butterfly. She would, if she could, float into the building every day, smiling with a love and joy for life, with zest. She, in many ways, resembled a butterfly as she went out her day. I also think about butterflies, and as the students know, butterflies transform. They turn into something beautiful. Molly was beautiful inside and out, but she also transformed those around us. She was a good friend. She made us feel special. She certainly made me feel special, and I know she made all the students and the staff special. So not only was she beautiful, but she transformed the lives of others, and through her own faith as well. She was a unique and special child. We will certainly treasure our memories, and this bench will just bring us consistent reminder of the value of being kind to each other, being brave, showing courage, and living a life with joy that Molly certainly exuded every day in every interaction she had with her family, with the students and the staff here. And we are only better from knowing her. I came across this poem that I read it and I thought, that is Molly. It says, live with intention, walk to the edge, listen hard, practice wellness, play with abandon, laugh. She had a beautiful laugh. Choose with no regret, continue to learn, appreciate your friends, do what you love, and live as if this is all there is. Molly certainly lived as if this is all there is. And we're so grateful for the community and for the Ingram family for this beautiful memorial to remember her by. So I'm going to turn it over to Cameron.
Great. Thank you. So I'm Cameron. Thank you. Molly's dad, also Sonny's dad. He's in the kindergarten class here. But we certainly can't thank not only the school, Dr. Shears, Rainey Chase, who was part of the PTA before and a very close family friend, and the Navy has since moved the Chases away, but reached out to the community, and everybody just wanted to do something in such a very hard time for us. And so this bench is just a very small token and our thanks for just everything and just how the community has surrounded and supported us through this time. I really appreciate Dr. Shears' remarks about transformation. A little known fun fact is I went to West Springfield Elementary School for about 3 years. My sister is here as well. Military family, so it's kind of unique to actually kind of come back to a town and now have your own children go. I was not as great of a student as Molly was. Molly just loved school, she loved school, I think, the way all parents, hope and pray that their children will love school. And West Springfield was just this wonderful environment for her, as it is for all your families. Whether it was talent shows or science fairs or the library or playground or STEM classrooms, or in all of A's. West Springfield has just been such a wonderful and really, as Dr. Shear said, a transformational place, not only for me and my family, but hopefully for all you guys as well. So today we're going to have a couple special people come up and share some remarks. And then at the end, if anybody would like to maybe share some remarks, you can take the mic and maybe say a few words, and then we'll cut the ribbon here, and then it's certainly here for everybody to sort of enjoy as the years come. All right, and I'll pass it off to Autumn.
Hi, everybody. I am super happy to see all of you here. It just makes my heart overflow with joy to see you here, showing your love for Molly. I know a lot of you here knew Molly, and a lot of you here never got the chance to meet her. And so I just want to share a couple of things about her with you, for those of you that didn't get to know her. She had a zest for life, like Dr. Shears said. She was enthusiastic about everything, and she had a magnetic personality that drew people in. She was an awesome big sister to her little sister Sunny, who's in kindergarten here now. And when God made Molly, he gave her an extra dash of spice. And she kept us on our toes, and she made every day an adventure for us. She was a real go-getter. There was nothing that was going to stop her if she was determined to do something. And she overcame a lot of obstacles in her life with her spirit of courage. And so on her bench, you'll see it says, "Be strong and courageous," because Molly was strong and courageous, and she was inspired by one of her favorite Bible verses, which is Joshua 1:9. It says, "Have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." And she lived knowing that that was true. When she started first grade in 2019, she was determined to learn to cross the monkey bars. Does anybody here like to do the monkey bars? Yeah, good. Well, what her dad and I had been unsuccessful teaching her at home, her friends at recess were able to teach her very quickly. So she was super excited to show us very early on in first grade that she could finally cross the monkey bars, and wanted to show us right away on the playground at this school. That quickly became one of her favorite things to do at recess, and she also loved to play hand clapping games with her friends, and chase the boys on the playground, and be chased by the boys on the playground, keeping us on our toes.
Same.
Same, I hear same from the front row. As you know, we're hosting a book drive today, and we really appreciate everyone that's donated books in honor of Molly. She loved reading from when she was a tiny baby. She loved to be read to, and she was always asking for just one more book. So it's just very fitting to have the school library filled with more books in honor of Molly. And every book that's donated will get a special sticker that says "Donated in loving memory of Molly" in the front cover. And if you haven't gotten a chance to look at the book list, there's an Amazon wish list online that was in the email sent out by Dr. Shears, so you can order from there. So we can continue to take donations in Molly's honor if you hadn't gotten a chance to do that yet. So Molly loved books. She loved library time here when she was a student. And one of her favorite people here at West Springfield was Mr. Rigsby, her former librarian. So I'm going to invite Mr. Rigsby up to say a few words now.
I was only gone for a little bit.
The local celebrity.
So, I was given a book by Molly, and she wrote it for me, and it was an amazing book, and I want to share it with you today. It's called "If You Give a Librarian a Book" by Molly. If you give a librarian a book, he will want to read it to you. You get tired from standing Mr. Rigsby says you could sit on the floor. Mr. Rigsby didn't want me to get dirty. So, he didn't want me to sit on the dirty floor, so he gave me a poly dot to sit on. After the book is over, you feel thirsty. So Mr. Rigsby gets you a glass of water. Then I saw a book I liked. Mr. Rigsby said I could get it. So I check it out and I get a bookmark. Then we went back to Mrs. Best's classroom. The end. So as educators, we know that the opportunity to teach and work with kids is a privilege, and it's a gift. And Molly epitomized this gift. To watch Molly walk around the school and see the light that would shine from her was pretty amazing. I got to see Molly in one of her favorite places, the library. And the light was something to see. And for that, I'm extremely grateful. Thank you for allowing me to be part of this.
I'd like to invite Mrs. Rodriguez up.
I had the honor of taking care of Molly in the health room. So I just wanted to share a memory that I have of her with all of you. I want to thank the Ingram family for asking me to speak about Molly today. Thank you so much, both of you. I met Molly the June before the 2019-2020 school year. Autumn and Molly had come to the school for a tour. Molly seemed very quiet and very shy. Well, to my surprise and joy, that was not the Molly I got to know. Molly was a little girl that had a lot of love and zest for life, which is the reason that her classmates and other children gravitated to her. You can see. From the moment I met Molly, I knew this was a special little girl, an angel among us. My memories of Molly will always be based on her angelic voice as she sang songs from Frozen and Moana after I had given her her treatment in the clinic. She had a very expressive face as she sang. Her facial expressions were priceless. One song that Molly sang will be forever in my memory. It is So Long Farewell from The Sound of Music. I can still vividly see the way she moved her eyes when singing cuckoo, cuckoo, like she was looking up at a clock. Molly was a special little girl that touched and continues to touch my heart.
Hi, my name is Zoe. I am in 3rd grade. I met Molly in Mrs. Best's 1st grade class. We became friends right away. My favorite thing about Molly was her smile. I miss Molly every day and night. I am glad that our school will have this butterfly bench Every time I see this bench, I will smile and remember my friend. Thank you.
Thank you, Zoe. We really appreciate that. Mrs. Bess, would you like to? Oh, here she is. Mrs. Bess, who retired this year, is now a new grandmother. And a lot of her old classmates are here.
All right, I had to write mine down. I'm Deanne Best, and I was honored to be Molly's first grade teacher. But I had to write it because I didn't know if I'd cry or not, just so you know. And it was a pleasure to have Molly in my first grade class. She'd always come to school with enthusiasm, a smile, and ready to have fun, F-U-N. And she would always ask in the morning, what are we gonna do fun today? So that zest for life always came out. Molly always had her hand in the air. She had an answer, an idea, and an opinion. So she loved to give her 2 cents on everything, and we loved that about her. She also loved talking with her peers. She was a good friend to everyone, and she loved being on the playground. I have that in here because she mastered the monkey bars. Was one of her goals in first grade, and she did it, and she persevered, and then she would help others and encourage them and cheer them on. So that's a true friend, which is really awesome. Molly was fearless. She was up for any challenge that came her way. She was also a very good writer, and she wrote a lot of books about her cat Gouda. And unfortunately, I didn't keep all the books because I gave them to the Ingrams to keep. But I know Mr. Rigsby has one of her great books. Anytime that she wrote a story, she'd be the first one to say, when can I share it? When can I share it? Can I share it now? Can I share it after lunch? She was very persistent about sharing her stories. She also loved singing and dancing because it's one of my favorite things. So she loved to sing and dance in our class, and that was always wonderful. Molly was a gift to me. And I pray for her every day.
So I think that's everyone who we had lined up, unless there's somebody else who would like to come forward and maybe share some remarks. Sunny, did you want to say something? Miss Ella. Miss Ella is Molly's big cousin.
Hi. When I read that story, when Mr. Rigsby read the story, it reminded me of how Molly drew. She used to draw me a lot of cards, and I have all of those, and I really appreciate those. And I also remember she really loved dancing and singing. We had a lot of dance parties, and there's 2 songs in particular. There was This Is Me from The Greatest Showman and Fight Song. I do not know who that's by. And that's about it.
Thank you.
If there's nobody else, make sure I'm not missing anyone. Okay, we are going to cut the ribbon.
Yes.
Sunny.
All right. thank everybody again. Thank you to West Springfield Elementary School, and yeah, please come enjoy the bench.